North James Street. North James Street. Stanwix Park. And I'm using wide field format. I think that's best for streets. They keep these houses up real nice. This house right here I really like. I can't figure out why nobody does anything with it. I mean, it's getting vandalized a lot. I don't think there's anybody that lives in it, maybe squatters, but it's a really nice house. I mean, the architecture of it, it's kind of sad to see it just going to waste. But it's a good size house though. I think eventually though, it's probably going to catch fire. That's what happens to a lot of vacant houses. Just look at Utica, New York. I think this is Washington Street. And I think it was that house right there on Bloomfield that had squatters. But that's what happens to a lot of these empty houses. They get squatters in them. And that's where Lisa lives, in her husband's home. Got the Dodge. Come on, come on, come on. That's Jervis Library. Once in a while I still go in there. Not very often anymore though. Senior Citizen Center living. That's another nice house. See the way it has that architecture on it? Rome does have a lot of nice houses. That's the library. Jervis. A lot of speeders. Yeah, I got some people at the library. But I mean, some of these houses, I mean, either tell the homeowners, more like force the homeowners to actually fix them up, make them presentable and livable. A lot of these old homes that are rentals are barely livable. North George Street. North George Street. I always like this house right here. Something. I mean, it's got that old Just has that old style architecture to it. Really makes the homes look nice. This is Cherry Street. That's a big house. Nice homes on Cherry Street. Orkin. Actually, my house is gonna need Orkin pretty soon. I got more mice than I know what to deal with. You kill 2 of them and they multiply by 10. And I have no idea where I am. I believe I'm still on Cherry Street. Got some nice houses on Cherry Street. Who got the dog? I thought Elm Street went the other way. Like, I don't know, north to south. That's the way it looks like on Google Maps. It looks like it goes north to south, but it actually goes east-west. North Madison Street. What is that?
Over the dock.
New York State School for the Deaf. Some people say New York State School for the Deaf. They got some nice homes along here. I like that color red. That's nice. I don't care for the color blue. Blue is too much. I like that shade. Kind of like, I don't know, an eggplant purple with blue. New York State School for the Deaf. Faculty parking, student parking. Who let the dogs out? Another vacant house for sale. Nice house. The problem is people like to move. They like to move into a nice home. But every time people move into a nice home or find a nice neighborhood, there's always 1 or 2 scumbags in that neighborhood that completely ruin the entire neighborhood. You know, it takes a lot of people to make a nice neighborhood, but there's always that exceptional few that consider themselves to be pillars of the community who just make the neighborhood shit. Certainly hope the new mayor kind of concentrates on that. You know, if there are people in a neighborhood that are just, you know, assholes, the city needs to help that neighborhood get rid of them. Undesirables. I remember a sheriff deputy one time, he used the term undesirable. Undesirables aren't too hard to locate, especially in the summertime. Basically, all they do is sit on their porches, cause trouble, cause pandemonium. Or you always see the same addresses with noise complaints. Idiot. There's a lot of idiot drivers. I think one day the city police should have a, you know, a crackdown on idiot drivers. I seriously do. Get their fat asses out on a bike. Have a cop car standing nearby or sitting nearby. And the cop on the bike can just call out the cars of which ones to pull over. Not that difficult to do. There are other cities that do those type of operations. And Rome, New York has a lot of shitty drivers. Most of whom probably have no business being behind the wheel of a car. Coming up on Thomas Street. Look at the size of that tree. I wish I had something like that. Staley School, of which I hope we're not going to pour any more money into for maintenance, because the amount of money that has gone into this school over like the last, I would say, decade is, I mean, you could have built a whole new junior high, literally. Something taxpayers don't seem to really consider. But the amount of money that's gone into the maintenance of this school, I mean, almost every summer there's always problems with this school. I don't know if they're problems that are made up or if they're real problems, but they end up costing millions. I mean, and if they could build a new junior high school, they'd probably build it right where the old Staley Junior High is, which they closed down because it got flooded. Go figure. Who the hell builds a school or anything at sea level next to a river? I mean, explain that to me. Union Street. This is Union Street. I'm doing this because I only have 34% left. Actually, I think I have the wrong battery in this GoPro camera, which is why it gets drained after about 45 minutes. But the battery and the GoPros are not very good. Look at that tree. Wow. That's a tree. That's some tree. Yes, call me what you want. Call me a tree hugger or something. I do like trees. Nothing like a nice tree. Problem is, the city of Rome is constantly cutting down trees.